Welcome to Module 1 of Team Fiddler, the snow day. What do mathematicians and plumbers have in common? They are always looking for a good angle. Excellence comes from understanding context, seeking contrarian views, and honest advice. Today's story about creating two balanced teams introduces a few essential principles. Firstly, a decision problem may be easier to solve when reframed as a visual problem. Secondly, the amount of decision-making we keep for ourselves limits how much we may achieve. The ancient method of loci helps us remember lists of words using our skill at remembering places. That skill helps us sort out tasks using the Eisenhower matrix and the lesser-known Pareto sorting algorithms. Our next topic. Overlooked ordinary skills are recognizing rhythms and faces, social interactions, and storytelling. Have you heard how this year's first annual snowball fight of San Jose, California, was nearly canceled? I am surprised that you did not. However, most neighborhood games with teams of 10 or more players would do for our purpose. This year, the council rescinded its decision. After meeting with the organizers, Mr. Trinkets and Coach Nash, but on the condition that the event is open to all and no rough play.
Timmy Trinkets is 6 years old. He and his big brother Mark are eagerly waiting for the event. The snow that fell last night is knee-deep, and Timmy woke up at sunrise ready to run outside. Still, he had to endure Mom's talk about what's important to him, like breakfast and play, and what must be done, like brushing his teeth and making his bed. Now, well into the morning, a legion of kids from neighboring streets have deflated his hopes to make some first footprints in the fresh snow.
The unanticipated crowd, of about 100 kids, is a problem for the organizers. Two competing teams are needed without delay before boredom sets in and rough play ensue. Coach Nash says that random teams of roughly equal aptitude are more fun, and kids learn more. However, he and Mr. Trinkets disagree on whether to balance using age or speed.
Dad, can Mark and I be on the same team? Rachel said we should stay together. Mom showed me how to make the teams.
How so?
Before breakfast, Mom wrote on the top of a page what she wanted done, and below, from left to right what I wanted.
I can see with 10 players, but 100 kids is a lot.
Can we line up the players, so that no one behind is both older and faster?
Can we teach them some programming, and keep it fun?
Where are the two captains, James and Elizabeth? Call all the players to the parking lot. We are making the teams now. We want teams that are a match to each other, so that everybody has some fun today. You cannot pick a player before anyone else that is both older and quicker. The rest of you, sort yourselves by age with the older group nearest to the two captains. Then sort yourselves by speed within each age group, and break ties with rock, paper, scissors. The person in front of you should be quicker than you, and the people to your right should all be older. Raise your hand when no one waiting is both older and faster than you. The captains will choose their teammates among those with their hands raised.
Here is what a drone view of the parking might look like. The blue dots show those players waiting to raise their hands. In reality, the data comes from the 2019 Harvard Business Review's top CEO list. Time to pose and ask ourselves what we just did. First, why the fancy footwork? For instance, coin toss winners could choose a team while their counterparts join the other team. Such randomized teams would likely be a match in skills. We would miss on a crucial aspect of the so-called Eisenhower matrix that Mrs. Trinkets used for teaching Timmy the difference between urgent and important. That is, to extract a small set of timely actions from a mass of possibilities. The selection process used by Coach Nash is similarly efficient. Mr. Trinkets also prioritized tasks that save time or money, and Mrs. Trinkets chooses health insurance for the family using Coach's Nash approach. Elizabeth's mom might be looking to fill a position in a senior management team so that it remains fluent in all 5 of Vista Caballo's mindsets for decision-making. The methods we saw today are effective because they make visual, an otherwise abstract problem, whether it is memory recall, scheduling, or decision making. Our next principle is, trust drives growth. Amdahl's law tells us how much work can be delegated on a computer.
In plain words, you only need one helper when you must do half of the work yourself, and two helpers when 1/3 of the work is yours alone, and so on. It follows that if Coach Nash keeps all the 100 kids happily busy, he must retain at most 1% of the work for himself.
But if one player takes twice as long, the remaining 99 players will have to wait half of the time. For your homework, I would like you to change the meaning of the following story, simply by changing its context. Two best buddies were hiking on a trail, when they see a bear, stalking them from a distance. One friend starts running immediately, while the other stays behind to put on his running shoes.
What are you doing?
I don't need to run faster than the bear. I only need to run faster than you.
It's a sad tale, but it is without closure, and therefore its meaning is free for you to reinvent. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I thank you for sharing your time with me. I thank the kind friends whose help made this video significantly better. Take good care.